but the new will be everything Trudeau so terribly was, but a lot more efficiently.
Does anybody find it weird that Mark Carney could potentially become the next prime minister, but yet no one voted for him? No one. Not a fucking Canadian voted for this guy. I'm not saying that the Liberals have a chance, but even to think this guy can become the prime minister is probably the least democratic thing that has been done in Canadian history in a very long time. At the end of the day, that's carbon tax Carney. He's going to continue with his woke bullshit, as he said. The Americans know what it is. There's two genders, and that's it. That's all. Mark Carney will only continue what Justin Trudeau has started in this country. He will make us literally die on this soil because of the amount of taxes he will bring. Mark Carney isn't in, like he says. All he's into is his pockets and filling them with money. Canada, Mark Carney isn't the answer. Liberals, stop thinking you're patriotic, because you're not. You're fucking idiots. And Team Canada, or their version of Team Canada, can eat a fat bag of dicks. Let's go.
Canada stands at a crossroads as Mark Carney, a seasoned banker with no prior elected experience, steps into the role of Prime Minister. His ascent to power raises critical questions about democratic representation and the influence of global financial institutions in our nation's sovereignty. Carney's ambitious net zero agenda, while addressing climate change, may come at the cost of individual freedoms and economic stability. As we delve deeper, it's essential to scrutinize how his policies could reshape Canada's future.
Inevitable grand poobah of the currently wretched but still dangerously powerful Liberals, one Mark Carney is one of the world's prime advocates of the insane inanities of net zero. He is a man who has planned in writing, not least in his best-selling book Values, the complete destruction of the fossil fuel industry. Bye-bye, Alberta, if that's not bad enough. And it is. He's also simultaneously an advocate of the same post-national view of Canada defined by Trudeau Jr. and his moralistic minions. What are we, according to such good thinkers? Nothing. But if anything, the oppressive, patriarchal, white, supremacist, identityless, colonial settler state defined by the progressive ideologues in the think tanks and elite dining rooms in Eastern Canada, and the protest encampments on the campuses of Canadian universities. None of this fills the MAGA crowd with admiration, in case it needs to be said. None of it bodes well either for the economy of Canada. Doomed to replacement, according to Carney, by the hydrogen, solar, and wind power that either does not exist, that would be hydrogen, or that would doom Canadians to starve and freeze in the dark if it ever came to replace the reliable grid and transportation we also desperately depend on when it's 40 bloody below. We may, when arguing so expensively and incompetently with the Americans, continue to congratulate ourselves on our comparative righteousness. That diet will become even thinner gruel, however, in a future characterized by their explosive economic growth and our rapid descent toward comparative poverty and irrelevance, green though that pathway may be argued, however falsely to be. Carney, to put it bluntly, is not a man like Justin Trudeau, a second-rater, under the mere influence of the World Economic Forum, that Malthusian fear-mongering cabal of authoritarian elitists, drunk on the fumes of their own self-righteous delusions. He is, by contrast, a veritable leader of that movement, an organizer par excellence of ESG, stakeholder capitalism, diversity, equity, and inclusiveness, and degrowth. Out with the old, the Liberals claim, and in with the new. But the new will be everything Trudeau so terribly was, but a lot more efficiently.